Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. I've no idea how long this live's going to be because I'm finding it difficult to charge my phone. I've had it plugged in for hours and I'm only at 60 something percent. So I've got a new charger coming tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to be on a wee bit longer than what I'll be on today. But I've got story time for you. There's been some stories. Some funny, some, well, one not so funny, one kind of funny. So, um, which one should I tell you about first? Alright, I'll tell you about last night first. Good morning, lovely Powerpuff. I'll tell you what happened to me last night. So, I goes to my bed at my normal time. Everybody knows I go nice and early to my bed. So, I'm in my bed. Good morning, lovely Laura. I goes to my bed anyway, and I wakes up in the middle of the night because it's dark. See, I go to bed. Good morning, lovely Maya. I go to bed and it's still light because that's how I roll. I have early nights. That's how I do it. So I woke up and it was dark, so I knew something was going on. And my son was in my room and he said, "Mum, the police are out the front," right? So I perk up immediately. You know this. You know this about me. I perk up and said, "What? The police?" He says, "There's two police cars out the front." Good morning, Amy. Good morning, JG. Good morning, lovely Laura. Good morning, Sky. I'm feeling a bit better today. It's overcast, but it's not cold or anything like that. Good morning, Lucy. So here, I perks up, there's a police out the front, and he said to me, "Good morning, Ariel." He said, "And there's someone lying unconscious on the path." Right? So I'm out of bed immediately. Immediately, I'm out faster than I've ever been out of bed. I'm out of bed. The only time I've ever been faster out of bed is when I've heard the dogs go like as if they're going to be sick. I'm out of bed fast then too, but I was out fast. So good morning, lovely Deborah. So I goes into the living room. All the lights are out, and that's the way we keep it when we're snooping. Right, that's when we're snooping. We always keep it dark. Keep it dark, right? I'm giving you hints here in case you want to snoop. So I goes over to the blinds and I'm keeking out, and Mr. Mike and Poppy give me away because they're into the blinds like that. The police officers see me looking, but I'm allowed to look out my window. Is what I thought. What they going to do? Arrest me for looking? Right? They would need to arrest me every week if they were going to be doing that. Good morning, lovely Ali. So here, sure enough, there's somebody down. Good morning, lovely Arab. Somebody down over there, and do you know where they were down? Right next to the dog poo bin, right? Now, see if you're going to fall unconscious somewhere, that's probably the worst place to fall unconscious is next to the dog poo bin. Because Mr. Michael likes to lift his leg up on that bin. I think it's the smell of the other dog poo. I don't know the ins and outs of dog toilet things, but dogs like to do a little pee up that. So this person was down right next to that bin. So right away I'm like, oh dear, that's a bad place to go. So it was a policeman and a policewoman, and there was two police cars. One was right in my driveway, right, but I was like, still, I'm looking out the window. I'm not shy. I'm watching. So no, this story. Right, I'll just keep going. So anyway, I'm watching, and then the next thing she starts crying. It's a lady. Right, so I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling that's a shame. She's really, she's like wailing. So she is. Well, she's down, and I'm thinking she's either really hurt or had her heart broke or something. There's been too much flavouring. By this point, I know there's been too much flavouring in whatever, like lemonade or beverage that she's been having yesterday. So what do? I thought I can't hear a bloody thing. So I comes out here. This is how nosy I can be. So I thought I'm not hearing enough from my living room. So I comes out here like that. It's like 1 in the morning or something. So I looks out my gate. Now the police are probably on to me, probably seen me there, and the dogs are following me about barking because they don't know what all the sneaking is about. Because that's what I was sneaking like that about the house. So I looks out over there like that, and she's but then she starts rolling about, rolling, like see if you were on fire, that kind of rolling. She was doing that, and it was right, as I say, right next to the dog bin, dog poo. So they must have been having some kind of sesh. So anyway, it was useless out here because I couldn't see as much as what I could see in the living. So I sneaked back into the living room anyway, and I looks out. So by this point, they've stopped the lady from rolling, and they've sat her up. So she's sitting upright, and she's sitting holding either a lighter or a phone. There's some kind of glowing in her hand anyway, and she's crying her eyes out. And I thought that's a shame. And what a way to go. I don't know if she was unconscious for a while or what, because when I first looked out, there was no real movement. So I don't know what. Look, yous know as much as me now. That's the. So anyway, I thought, right, I'm getting tired. I'll go into bed now because there's nothing much happening. They've got her sitting up there talking to her. You know, I'm thinking they must be phoning an ambulance. The ambulance will be coming. So I goes back into my bed and I'm lying and I'm thinking about it and thinking about. I had to get back up again. There was no point. So away I was sneaking into the living room, sneaking in, and look out. But they were away by that point. They were all gone by that point. So there you go. I've no idea what happened, but it was whatever happened. I feel sorry for the lady. That's a sad story. You can't be still. They know. See if the dogs think I'm sneaking anywhere. They start barking. They think something's going on, and I was sneaking. And then when I come out here, I was sneaking. But the dogs are they're barking at me. I'm going get in like that to them. Now the police are staring at me, and I'm staring right back at them. So that was last night. So I've not really had much sleep last night because even when I went back into my bed, my mind was all gone over. Good morning, lovely Stormy. You know, I was thinking that's a shame. And what a place to go. You know, if you're going to fall unconscious, that's probably the worst place ever is next to a dog poo bin. I would rather go on my driveway. Well, it was a policeman, a policewoman. I couldn't really get a good look at their face. I could see them from behind. They looked fit. But see, that's the uniform. You know, they might have been a disaster in the front, but because they were leaning down trying to, I don't know, control this lady that was rolling about and thrashing and stuff like that on the path. But I don't know what happened to her. Yes, Amy, I had to do it for Bill Oz because yous have got to know. Yous have got to know what's going on in this street, and so have I. But it was like me tiptoeing about the house like that. So it was, and the dog's going mental, and I'm going shh. Good morning, lovely open-minded. So that was last night. So I've not had as much sleep as what I normally get, but that's something to get up out your bed. See, if I'm going to get up out my bed, it's either the dog's been sick or, you know, mum, the police or firemen or something are in the street. That gets me up every time. I was awake. But it took me a while to turn over and get back to sleep after that because I was thinking, what a shame, poor lady. Oh, it must have been smelly over there. It must have been smelly. But then again, I think she had too much flavourings in her lemonade because that's the way she was sounding. And do you know what it sounded like? It sounded as if she'd turned her man, maybe. Yeah. It sounded as if maybe her and her boyfriend or girlfriend had fell out or something. It was that kind of crying. But she was herself. She was lying. She was down herself. See, my son said there's someone lying unconscious or something. I was like, what? Outside my window. Well, that needs to be seen. Well, that's what happened last night, right? So that's story number 1 for you. Story number 2 happened this morning, and I just about peed myself laughing with this next story, right? And I'll probably nearly pee again. Thank you very much, Bron. Yes, he watched a wee bit, but he went back into his room. See, he just has a look out and goes, all right, there's somebody lying there unconsciousness, do please. I need to know details. That's how I had to come out here. I was trying to find out more details. You know, that wasn't enough for me. I want to find out why it happened and everything. So, 2 this morning, I was on the phone to my mum. Right, I Skype my mum and dad every morning. So, you know, my dad's not been feeling good and all the rest of it. He's got COPD and he had COVID and, you know, he's an older gentleman and they're retired, my mum and dad, and they like to potter around their garden and stuff. So, I'm on the phone. I'm Skyping my mum this morning. Good morning, lovely Michael. and their house phone goes, right? And it's usually only my brother that phones the house, and she's going, "Who's that, Jim?" My dad's going, "How do I know? You need to answer the phone." So my mum answers the phone, right? And I'm still listening to everything that's going on. And I hear my mum going, "Sorry, dear. Sorry, a what? No, we didn't phone for that. What? Yes, he's sitting here. James is sitting here. My dad's name's James. Yes, he's sitting here. Carpets? No, he's not going to be selling carpets." And my dad's going, "What's going on?" And my mum's saying, "Somebody said that you phoned because you wanted to start selling carpets." And my dad's going, "Selling what?" And my mum's going, "Carpets." And the person on the phone said to my mum, "No, not selling carpets, trading carpets, right?" So I'm thinking to myself, oh, my dad, can you imagine my dad at his age going, "Do you know what I've always really wanted to do with my retired life is sell some carpets. I need to sell something." Carpets is the thing of choice. So, and she's going, "Here, Jim, speak to them." And my dad's going, "I don't want to speak to them." And she's going, "They said your name, they said you applied for something." My dad's going, "I never applied for anything." So my dad goes on the phone and my dad's going, "Sorry? No, I never applied to be trading carpets." So he says goodbye and he puts the phone down. As he's put the phone down, you can still hear the person talking on the phone. And I couldn't move for laughing, thinking my dad at his age, with COPD, you know, trying to flog a carpet or two on the street. So, and my mum said, "But they said it was trading carpets." I said, "What's trading carpets?" She says, "I don't know. Maybe somebody had a carpet and wanted to trade with someone else a carpet." I said, "Who does that? Who trades carpets?" Who says, "Do you know something? I've got a bit of a wine stain on my carpet, but you've got a couple of cigarette burns, but I'll trade you my wine stain for your cigarette burn carpet. Let's do this. Let's trade." So I couldn't move myself from laughing. And I'm thinking, my poor father. I said to my mum, "Listen, watch yourself. See if a van pulls up outside your house today with carpets on it as he's locked that door." As he's got the door locked. And do you know what else? My mum and dad don't have carpets. They've got a rug in the middle of their living room because they've got wooden floors. And they're saying, yes, he applied to be trading. Good morning, lovely Andrea. Applied to trade for carpets. I don't know if this person was a carpet owner that was wanting to trade carpets with my mum and dad, or if it was some kind of company that sold carpets. I've no idea what was going on with that, but I could not move. Amy, I don't know where they were going to find the carpets from. My mum said, "Can you imagine somebody coming in and going, right, I'll give you £20 for that rug there?" You know? I says, "Don't be answering the door to anybody." "Good morning, Ramy. Don't be answering the door." And she said, "How did you get my number?" I said, "Mum," I says, "these people do." I says, "They just do." But my poor father, eh? My poor father that's still recovering from the old COVID and everything like that. Get out there and get some carpets sold, Dad. What are you doing with your life? Get out the garden and get out. Go and trade some carpets, for goodness sake. And I said to my dad as well, I says, "Now, even if you had had a little bit of refreshments," I says, "that's a conversation that you would remember, or an email, that you were really interested in doing that sort of thing. I'm retired, but I've really all my life I've really wanted to do that. Some of my carpets, some of my selling or trading carpets has been a lifelong dream of mine. In this retirement, I'm going to apply for that." You would remember that kind of thing, wouldn't you? Yes, carpet trading. No, I don't know is that a thing? My mum said to me, "Why don't you Google it?" I said, "Mum, I'm going nowhere near that, because see if they find me." I says, "I'm not wanting them at my door wanting to trade carpets with me. No." So there you go. That was this morning as well. So it's given me a little bit of... Yes, it was probably a scam, Lucy. It was probably some kind of... Yeah. See, that would be vintage, open-minded, a shag pile carpet for the 70s. That'd be vintage. They would cost you a few bob these days, even if they had a wine stain and a couple of cigarette burns in it. You'd probably pay a bit for that. Yeah, avocado green. That's, So there you go. That's what... so it's brightened me up a bit between the entertainment last night with the poor lady. I mean, I do feel sorry for the poor lady that was unconscious next to the dog poo bin. But I mean, I had to watch. It was something that you had to look at and sneak. You know you've got a problem when you just can't hear enough for your living room window that you've got to sneak out here in the middle of the night to be at the gate like that. I was at the gate like that. The police would have seen my eye like that peering through the gate, looking at them. But they've got a whole big body they've probably seen as well, but I'm just peering through like that, staring at them. And I thought, what are they going to do? Arrest me for looking? Don't be arresting me for looking, officer. I like to look at things. Amy, I hope, well, she was, when I went to my bed, she was sitting up and she seemed she had stopped all the rolling and stuff like that. So she was sitting up, so I think they must have got an ambulance and took her away. But I was lying in my bed like that and I thought, I need to get up and see what else is going on. But absolutely, I don't see. She must have been herself. Either that or somebody's went away and left her, and that's a shame for a lady to be lying and on the street at that time in the morning, unconscious. Anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. But not with me around, because I'd have kept my eye on the situation. If there was no police there, I would have been there. Because if I'd have looked at my window and seen that, I would have been over at her. I'd have phoned an ambulance and be with her. Because, no, I wouldn't leave someone lying on the street. So I was just purely watching last night. That's all it was. just for information. So there you are. Well, that's my stories today. Good morning, Ashley. But the charger, I don't know what's wrong with my phone and my phone charger. I've had it plugged in for hours and hours and hours, and it's still on 67% or something. The charge isn't going up. See, when I put it in, the wee charging light comes on, but it doesn't charge. I don't know who she was. Open-minded, I have no idea. I don't think she was one of my neighbours. I've no idea who she was. Yes, I've got a new cord coming tomorrow. I've got one and it's got a bigger length so that I can have it charging while I'm talking to you, which is good because, we'll just get into a story like this and then it'll be low power. But yeah, I think she was okay, the lady. If anything, she'd have probably get kept in hospital for observation. But she was rolling and screaming and crying. So something bad's happened to her. Something really bad's happened to her. But you could tell with her voice that she'd had a few too many flavourings. Also, oh yes, she was well intoxicated. She was well, and But I'm thinking she must have knocked herself out because if you were going to just want to lie on the ground, you wouldn't do it next to a dog poo bin. Wouldn't you not? My mum's going, and what part of the path would you lie on? I says, well, anywhere. I says, Mum, apart from a dog poo bin. I said, you would, maybe my path there you would lie on. But, so it's not been a choice. She's not chose that. And when I looked out, she looked as if she was just flat out, like out. And then she started all the crying and stuff. She must have not seen the bin. She must have not seen the bin. She must have... I'm thinking that she's fainted or something like that. That's what I think. Or see where the dog poo bin is. There's some stairs that go down to the church. Not unless she was down there or something. I don't know. I really have no idea why that happened. But I was watching it. I had to know what was going on with the police and everything like that, And as I said, they saw me looking because the dogs gave me away. The dogs grassed. The dogs grassed me into the police. I was doing a good job of peeking through the blinds like that, and then they just come and barge in and everything. They could see me standing there like that. In my pyjamas looking at them. Well, at least the police know I've got their back if anything goes down, but I won't, well, saying that, I wouldn't tell them, but I'm a watcher. I like to watch stuff. Not only, see if it's coming from your own place, that's not so, you kind of go like, mind your own business to neighbours, you would say, mind your own, you would say, right. But when it's other people's, I'm right, and my nose is in it. So, I'm in looking and stuff like that. That's how I like some drama channels. I very rarely comment because I like to lurk. I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker of the drama. I don't like being in it, but I liked it. I like a good bit of watching it. that does me fine. Open-minded, I was talking to you about my wee tree, look. See, it's still kind of brown, but you can see new growth on it. See that? So I'm hoping, look, there's loads of new growth on it actually. See it all? So I'm hoping maybe I've saved its wee life by turning it. This one's flourishing. That's a good one. Amy, I'm a nosy person. Oh yeah, that's the other colour of nail polish that I put on you on Saturday. I really am a nosy person. I mean, see that time that the fire brigade was over there? I got the chair and I was up here, I was standing up in this wall, looking over like that, my hand like that, just watching them. And they were looking at me watching them, and people, and I've seen them going like that, there's a lady watching. And I'm like, what are you going to do about it? You going to do about it there, fireman? See, when you get to my age, you're allowed to watch. I don't mind. See if I get caught watching. I don't mind. Oh, Stormy, I would love a coffee with you. But I don't know, I bet you some of my other neighbours must have seen that last night. Good morning, lovely Debbie. Yeah, they've probably all seen it as well. Because there was cute firemen, but the police, I never saw their faces, but from the backs there were lookers. See, from the back of their head and stuff like that, there was stuff. I would still say yes. I'd have gave them a yes. So I would have, even though I hadn't seen the front. That's how confident I was that the front was good. Well, when they saw me looking, I didn't not look. I just kept on looking. See, if they'd have went, mind your own and go in like that, I'd have just went, okay, and then I'd have went down lower in my window and kind of looked out. Because there was no stopping me. No stopping me looking. Oh. So, there we go. That's my stories for today. But my poor dad flogging carpets. My poor father, trading, or should I say trading carpets? I have no idea what that is. My mum telling me, I was like, I'm not Googling nothing to do with that. They'll be on to me and be asking me if I want to go and flog some carpets for them. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Yeah, open-minded. Because I'm going to run out of battery. This is terrible, but it should be good tomorrow. See, when I get my cable tomorrow, it's going to be great. I'll be able to talk to you for longer. So everyone have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I send you all my love and all my hugs, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.